we've been doing stand-up here in Baltimore pretty much every night, and that's been pretty cool. Other than recently. Recently, they started shutting everything back down again. And to that I say, go fuck yourself. People who are doing that and wanting that.
It's just frustrating because it seems like a lot of the people wanting it to shut down are people that are financially secure.
Yeah, I haven't heard many poor people be like, man, shut this shit down. You got to be kind of a rich person or at least an extremely well-to-do person. And you also have to not know or be around anyone who's not well-to-do. Yeah. Because it's an extremely elitist, rich, asshole fucking thing to say to shut it all back down.
Yeah, it just seems like you're not considering all the people who like were paycheck to paycheck before this even started.
Yeah.
And now it's been a year. And what are they going to do? That's the big question. What's going to happen to all these people who are jobless? I mean, unemployment is going to end.
At some point, they can't just keep giving everybody money. So everyone's just jobless, and your brain, because this is what they'd like to say. They'd like, oh, well, should everybody die? That's just as selfish. I'm not saying either one's not selfish. I think the people who are saying open it up, they get it. And if of course, there's some ignorant ones who don't. But, I mean, you people like us who are like, open it back up because Jesus Christ, people got to get to work. People got to get to work. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that we built this whole fucking thing off money. I wasn't around when they built it like that, but that's the fucking world I came up in, and the world you came up in was this world built around money, all right? Some people fucking don't have it, and they got to work to get it.
Or just to get by.
And just to get by.
You know, just to live. Feed their families.
Just to keep it going. Just keep it copacetic.
To pay their student loans.
Yeah. You know? So I get that saying like, oh, well, you know, worrying about them and saying fuck these old people who are dying or people who are sick who are dying. It's like, hey, man, somebody's going to get fucked. I don't know what to tell you. And let me tell you something. If someone's going to get fucked, I'd rather be the person who's going to die. Not the person who has to keep living. And I know that's hard. That's hard to hear.
But the person who's going to die doesn't have to deal with the repercussions. They're gone.
They're gone, dude. They're fucking dead. They're fucking dead. So, not fuck them, but you know what I'm saying? It's over. I can't do anything about that. I can only do about the world I'm living in. You know what I'm saying? And the world I'm living in, people ain't dying. People are cases are going up, but people aren't, the same group of people who are dying, who are always been dying, are just dying a little more fast. And that's what happens in life, bro. Cards get dealt in their bad hands. Everybody else got this bad hand dealt with the coronavirus this first time. To shut it down again, you are saying, yo, fuck the middle class. I don't want a middle class anymore. Mm-hmm. I want people who can make it and survive through this, and then poor people.
Who have to, beg the
government for money.
Beg the government for money.
And you're also like, oh, we should shut it down. Just give the government money. All right, what are you going to do now? Because that's not going to solve your problems, poor rich people.
Yeah, then we're just going to tax you more. What do you really want?
We're going to have to, we got to tax the fuck out of you, bro. Which I think we should do anyway, but we're going to have to tax the fuck out of your bitch ass. The fuck, because now you've made a world where nobody can survive but you. That's the world you wanted. You wanted this lockdown world where it's safe and you can feel good and not have to go to work. Because that's what these rich-ass people like to say, oh, these people want to stay on welfare so they don't have to go to work anymore. Well, what the fuck are you doing, person who's rich inside his house not leaving? What the fuck are you doing? Huh? Dude, we have friends. We have comic friends who are fucking bitches about this shit. It's like, bro, how are you around so many poor people and don't understand?
I think, though, when you have money and comfort in that way, security,
that you've never thought about it. You've never
even considered it. Because also you're not, when you have that kind of money and comfort, you're not around lower income people. And when I say lower income, I don't mean the lower middle class. I mean poor people.
But that's why it's annoying for comics who are like that, because it's like, I know you're around people because you're around comics.
No, they tell themselves that they're not really poor. They're just comics.
They're struggling comics.
Because that's the narrative you need to know. You have to go oh, well, everyone has a fair chance, and I just worked harder, or my family worked harder. And
my family worked harder. Suck my dick. Suck my dick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because your job is some smart person job, and another person's job is construction. Go fuck yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? To think that way, and because that's what you're saying. Oh, well, these are the only jobs we need. It's all right, bro. I hope you like this world where the poor people do eat your ass one day. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna eat you, because people get hungry. They eat.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's if they don't exterminate us all before then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, because they can't do that. They need who's gonna buy their products.
It's a
you
good
kill
point.
everybody.
How do you have Amazon without people ordering
you
things?
need poor people. you need people buying that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There is no Walmart without people willing to shop at Walmart.
Yeah. So look, I just don't like these people who want to shut it back down. It's like, bro, go fuck yourself, fool, because you just don't even care about any regular person, fool. Oh, everybody's just going out to bars. How could they be doing this? They don't care. All right, bro. So what about the bartender? Just fuck them. What about the cook? What about the person who cleans that fucking restaurant? Just fuck them, huh? Oh, just all right, cool. Because it's like, wow, nobody. I just don't like that. Like, the only people who are saying this are rich people, or like people who are well off, or people who are living at their fucking parents' house. Let me tell you something. We're in her parents' house right now. All right.
We're pretty comfortable.
Extremely comfortable. Extremely lucky.
Very lucky.
Lucky.
Very
Didn't do anything to
lucky.
earn this.
We
Deserve
did nothing.
this. Was just born at the right spot at the right time, fool. Just like every other elitist motherfucker who's saying close it back down.
Mm-hmm.
Go fuck yourself, bro. Not everybody has that option, dog. You know what I'm saying? Also, I don't think you never worked for anything. Like, other than you never worked for anything that like wasn't outside of like your own possibilities. You know what I'm saying? And I say that in meaning like, okay.
You mean you never worked beyond the class you were already born into?
Yes,
I see what you're saying. Yes.
My point is like, all right, I come from middle class, bro. Like, good family. Luckily my parents are straight. Don't get me wrong. We ain't wealthy. We are at the bottom of the middle. Like, if the middle class was like this, we're here. We're not here. We're not at the top of the middle class. I'd say this is the top of the middle class, right here, or at least the high up. You know what I'm saying? Where Sam's parents are. You can tell by the way the house she lives in. You know, we're more middle bottom. Still fine. I'm not complaining. It's still a great life to live. I lived a great life. But college wasn't just a given for me. I had to make that happen. And so what I did to make that happen was I played football and I worked really fucking hard at it and got pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're saying a person like me, a person who's come from that kind of middle class, and my only way to get into college was to figure out how to get good at something, to get a scholarship to get into college. You have now taken that away from all these high school kids.
Yeah, how can they even do that?
You see what I'm saying? So it's like you're not even thinking about like, and I know to you're like, oh, that's just one little person. It's like, yeah, but you just fuck that person's whole life because it's a bunch of them.
It's a lot of them. It's just as many of them as there are old people dying from coronavirus.
Yes, and you're fucking them so you can feel good while you're in your little rich fucking house feeling good about yourself, being like, oh, I'm doing the right thing by not going out. Fuck you. You still go to the grocery store, you asshole.
And I'm not saying that we should be stupid. I'm not saying like people should go out without masks or we should all be like congregating together for no reason.
Or full capacity or whatever.
Or full capacity. I'm just saying we should consider
be open.
Hey, if this is a new world, how are we going to function in it?
Not shut it down and just let the people who are okay figure it out. Mm-hmm. And if you're not okay, also figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Also, and then the idea is like, oh, if you can't figure it out, we're just going to throw money at you. Like that's goes against everything that is to be American.
Bro.
It's do you feed a man a fish or do you teach the man to fish? And he eats forever. Like, it's like, what do you want from us? Let us know how to make our own world. Let us create our own opportunities.
Or lock it all down and just let the rich people decide.
Which is what they'll do.
Which is what exactly they're going to do.
I mean, it always comes back to that. It is the, the 150 people that are the richest make all the rules for the rest of us. Yep. Something like that.
Hey, fuck Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. That nigga can suck my dick. He's a piece of shit, garbage human being who wanted to be president. Just like any other piece of shit, garbage human being that wants to be president. But I'll say this about that racist fucker. He wasn't going to shut it down.
He wasn't.
Because you gotta, like, everybody, like, oh, you gotta, like, bro, of course this nigga's a racist, bad person. But he also wasn't gonna shut it down, like, just like Biden. I like that Biden, still a racist piece of shit, but I like that Biden's way more sensible than Trump. Obviously, way more sensible, way more just knowledgeable about politics and all these things than Trump. And I love that. That's what it should be, the president. But he's also an elitist rich fuck. And not that Trump is. Trump is too. But Trump's on the side of, a little bit more on the side of the common man.
I would say
a little bit.
It's not so much the common man. It's more he's on the side of industry,
industry, business, and the poor, your middle, like more your middle class, lower class is definitely voting for him, whereas all your high class is pretty much voting for Biden. You know what I mean? Like most of your elites, like it's pretty split. You know, I'd say that. So when I say that, I meant like he does talk a little bit more to middle America.
Oh yeah, I mean, and when I say industry, he's under he is more for capitalism and building your own Well, I mean, being able to have the capacity to become one of the 150 that
who
make.
don't give a or just the 1%ers, the people who are well off who don't give a fuck about everybody else who's poor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Trump is the asshole too. He has his own problems, but I'm saying like, bro, everybody's got to come together to fix this one, bro. This is that big of a problem. And the idea and the shutting it down is not the fucking answer.
Yeah, shutting it down and just expecting the government to take care of us. Like,
Again.
have they ever taken care of us that well? I mean, like, what are we really talking about?
And hey, the shutdown, we did it once. It didn't work. You know why? Because we can't shut the whole fucking thing down. So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. That's why it's like, yo, fuck you if you want to shut down. Because it's not a shutdown. A shutdown is literally the country locked up like a goddamn thing. Like a goddamn lock. You know what I mean? You can't fly. You can't go anywhere. You can't drive state to state. Now, if we're talking that, okay. Not anymore. I'd have been okay with it way back when it happened. I'd have been like, 100% we should do that. But now, to do it now, it's over, bro.
It doesn't make sense to do it now. They're telling us we have a vaccine on the way that's going to be out before Biden is even in office. So the point of shutting down now doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. You're telling us there's a vaccine.
You want to look back. You want to look like it's also. I hate that it's for like, I want to look like a good person.
It is. It has become a very virtue signaling sort of situation.
And if you want to go out and work, you're a bad person. Or like you want to go out and do like, because even if you want to go out and have fun, this is what I don't like. They're like, these people just want to go out and have fun and live their lives. It's like, yeah, bro, but when they go out and have fun, somebody's getting paid. You dumbass.
Mm-hmm. And I know we're trying to protect the elderly or the people who are at risk. But hey, those people, they don't want your protection. We went to see my grandparents.
They want to live and die.
We're supposed to wear masks. I have my mask on. They won't. We can't get them to keep the mask on.
They want to die.
They're like, we don't care. We're 90. We want to have the time we have and then get gone.
And let me tell you something. Any old person who's above 75 who's like, we need to shut down. We need to do this. Go fuck yourself, bro. You lived your life. You lived your life. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but you lived your life. What am I supposed to say to you?
Also, people are completely forgetting about like kids in the foster system, kids who have alcoholic or drug abusive parents. You know, people that like these, school or like outside recreational activities got them away from that negative impact. And I would say those kids probably make up a large percentage of the population. But now they are forced to live with maybe their abusive parent or whatever situation they're in with no means of exiting that.
You took away all their recreation.
You took away all of their ways out. They can't go away to college. That was my only way of like, I mean, how would you even imagine moving out of your parents' house without some like access point?
Preach. And guess what? These kids, regular kids, they don't have a parent who's just going to give them a job.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you bitch ass niggas, certain friends know what I'm talking about. Everybody's mom can't just give them a job. That's not the situation everybody's in. Where their mom can just get you a great job and all of a sudden you have a great job. And you can choose whether you want it or not. Like, bro, that's not the situation most people are in.
No, I mean, I would say 99% of the people are not in this situation.
No, that's why it's a 1% thing. And it's like, bro, those are the people making these decisions. Those are the people acting like they're better than you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to go out. And even though what's annoying is they are going out because they're getting their groceries. They're going and doing stuff. They're going having drinks with their friends. Mm-hmm. They're getting together with their friends. They're having game nights. They're doing stand-up, whatever the fuck
the rules
is that their job is.
Until they apply to you.
The rules are important until they apply to you. And then you got to act like you're better than. Go fuck yourself, bro. You're not better than shit. No one's better than shit.
Everyone is flawed.
Everyone's flawed. So to play this whole game because you got money, it's like, bro, that's the most annoying faggot shit ever, dog. You're a fucking faggot.
And I think most people are doing their best. Maybe you're like, they're not following the rules 100%. But most people are doing about the same percentage of following the rules as everyone else.
Yep.
Maybe they're bending the rules for a different situation than you might be bending the rules for.
Yeah, because you're bending the rules for yourself. And some people are bending the rules to survive, bro. To fucking survive. They're just trying to go out to the bars. What about the fucking dude who owns the bar, bro? What about him? What about the bartender? What about the dude who cleans the toilets? What about him? Fuck him? Get money from the government? Figure it out? All right. When that motherfucker eats you one day, don't say shit.
Mm-hmm.
Remember you did this, you piece of shit. You did this because you wanted to save some old people who are going to die anyway, just like you.
I don't think it's so much that people want to save old
people. No, they don't
I think
care.
when people
when
people get elitist about it and are like, we should shut back down and the numbers are so crazy and I can't believe this is America and this is not my country, has nothing to do with saving other people. And it has everything to do with like a narrative that portrays you as this, not just as a virtue signaler, but just as like I know what's right.
I'm good.
And I can fix this country.
Yeah, I'm going to do the right thing so I can be on the good side. And it's like, you don't even know what the right thing is, you rich fuck. You've been rich your whole life. How would you know? All these people have been rich their whole lives. You don't know. And what's even more embarrassing is the people who were like poor and then now got rich and forgot how they got there.
Mm-hmm.
You're even more embarrassing. Go fuck yourself even more. You should know better. I understand your kids don't know better, but you should know better. You should know that there are people who have no fucking options, bro. And yo, I'm talking from a person is I have options.
We have options. I'm not saying that we're like these destitute people
No,
that it's like if it doesn't
I'm,
open up, we're going to be on the streets. That's not the case.
And I'm not trying to be better than. I ain't shit. Look at me. I'm talking about old people because I don't give a fuck. But I'm saying, bro, where is the human like rationale is what I'm looking for.
Or just the point of progress because
hang with more poor people. You
how do you
assholes.
plan for this to work out in the long term? Like even if we do shut down and we save all the people we want to save.
No old people die. We did it. Now what?
The people who lost their businesses won't have the money to start up new businesses.
Everyone who lost their job.
Most people won't want to go out and consume anything because we'll be in fear that it's all going to collapse again, I'm sure.
And I'm
so
sorry,
we're going to enter another depression.
And some people who lost their job, hey, you were a bartender at like a high fancy place making good ass money and you lost that. And it's like, oh, well, just go work at McDonald's. It's like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Of course you're saying that because you ain't got to go work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you were pretty much working. It's like, no, I was a bartender at the Four Seasons. That's not McDonald's.
It's a different, I mean, the kind of money that you're bringing, and you're like, oh, well, you didn't need a college degree for that. Just do another thing you don't need a college.
I earned that job.
And this is the other
thing.
Or
I got it from a friend and kept the job, but it doesn't matter. I got the job.
People are forgetting it's like, oh, well, you can just get another job. And it's like, hey, if you had a good job without a college degree, right? And they closed down most of those good jobs. All the jobs that were available that don't require a college degree are now in high demand because everyone is out of a job. So all those people are now competing for these select few jobs that are available. Like, what is the plan? I don't want to be sucking off the teat of the government for the rest of my life.
But I don't want to work at McDonald's because I passed that when I was in high school. I didn't want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? And I got to a place in my life where I didn't need it. Like I had, like, bro, just me personally, Sam personally. Mm-hmm. She's working at the comedy store. I know I've worked at the comedy store. I know the kind of money you can make there. And it's towards your career. I know the kind of opportunities that come with working at the comedy store. Look at me. I was able to do stand-up full time, bro. I was a comedian for a full year. For the first time in my life, after doing 8 years of busting my ass, doing all the dirty work, I got to a place where it's like, oh, damn, I could do this for a living. And I got taken away. COVID. So you're telling me, oh, well, Deric, hey, that was you fucked up. Sorry your parents aren't richer. Go work at McDonald's.
Also, it's not just the college people without college degrees that are suffering. It's the teachers,
people with degrees.
People with degrees.
So many
can't
people with
work.
degrees.
And then you say, well, they're in other states they're hiring overwhelming amount because they're trying to open back up and the teachers don't want to go. It's like, so I'm supposed to uproot my family during a pandemic and try to figure it out in another state, which might close down anyway.
Yep. Yeah, bro, this shit's stupid, fool. This shit is so stupid, bro. But, Beaners, we're going to try to make the podcast work in the meantime.
Yeah, that got really...
Well, I'm annoyed by it because it's kind of affecting us. Like, we haven't been able to go out in Baltimore the last 2 nights and do comedy because of COVID, like because of the shutdowns again. You know what I'm saying? And we just got comfortable getting back on stage every night again, getting back in that rhythm of going out and working material.
Feeling like you can do it.
Feel like you can do it. Feel like you can get better at it. Feel like you can make it a career. You know what I'm saying? We talking about just open mics and little bar shows. That's all we were doing. Nothing crazy. Nothing like crazy. No real gigs. Nothing like that.
Nothing huge.
And that got taken away again, man. Just that. Just that. But little bar shows and little open mics taken away. So, I mean, I ain't complaining because it's like, yo, I'm still gonna figure it out. Still gotta make it happen. That's on you. That's the American dream. Is it's on you. But I'm saying, shutting it down, fool. It's like, bruh, some niggas whose American dream is just trying to have a job and take care of their family. You fucking them.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking everybody, bro. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes, rich people. Hopefully they don't eat you guys.